And that's another medal guaranteed for India in wrestling. Of course, we've been saying that a lot, but that was always going to be the case. India does have a very, very strong contingent in wrestling. So, of course, it was always going to be a given that India would be in contention for medals in this sport, and that has indeed happened. And India has a bronze medal now, courtesy of Divya Kakran. Now, remember, Divya only ended up making the bronze round. So, this is one of those cases where, the rules can get a little strange. So, let me explain it to you. Divya didn't actually make it beyond her first round. She ended up losing her first match itself, and it was a pretty unanimous decision, 11-0. However, because the person who defeated her ended up making it to the final of that event, so Divya was given a chance of actually being part of the repechage, and she's ended up winning the repechage, and that means she secured a bronze medal for India. And the bronze medal performance was a pretty good one because the match ended in about 30 odd seconds. Divya at that point was already leading 2-0 in the bout, so she was already in line for a pretty comfortable win at that point anyway. But then to make things better, she ended up pinning her opponent's shoulders to the mat. So because of that, she ended up getting the victory via fall. So obviously that's a pretty big thing, and considering the fact that it happened within only 30 seconds of the bout being there, that in itself also very, very massive. So that's yet another medal that India have won. It is going to be counted in the tally, of course, because this was a bronze medal match in the wrestling repechage event. Now repechage, as I explained already, it can, of course, the rules can get a little strange, but in this case she ended up getting it, because she ended up losing to the wrestler who ended up making it to the final. So it's a pretty good showing from the Indian wrestlers so far up until this point. There is, of course, another medal still to be won in wrestling. So there is, of course, more hope even now that, India will be bettering their medal tally. It's a pretty good showing all around, in fact, I would say, from the wrestlers. Pretty good, considering that, all the events happening on the same day. And, of course, the fact is that for the most part, they haven't looked close to being matched by their opponents. So it's obviously a good thing in that regard that India have done so well, and hopefully there's more medals to come. Not just from this discipline but also other disciplines, because again, remember, we're at the fag end of the Commonwealth Games now. There's only 3 days of action left if we exclude today. So obviously, the fact is that you want to win as many medals as you can as soon as possible. Wrestling has been good for India in that regard, gotten plenty of medals. There's still one more that can potentially be won. We'll be joining you after that particular match. It involves, of course, Mohit. So thank you all so much for joining us for this particular bit of breaking news. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, leave us a comment, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, tap the bell icon so that you know when we go live or upload a new video. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. Last but not least, download the SportsTalk app for more such breaking news at the tip of your fingers. Thank you once again for joining us, and bye bye for now.